All right, buckle up, listeners, because this week we are diving deep into crypto. And let me tell you, things are getting wild out there. You've all been sending in a ton of questions about this Bitcoin surge, all the crazy stuff happening with altcoins. Basically, you want to know what we're really watching in the crypto world right now. And that's exactly what this deep dive is all about. We're going to cut through all the hype and give you a clear view of what's going on so you can make some smart moves. So, first things first. We got to talk about Bitcoin smashing through that $65,000 ceiling. Like, it was nothing. That wasn't just another Tuesday for Bitcoin, was it?
No, 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 not at all. That price has been like a brick wall for months.
Yeah.
So seeing Bitcoin just power through it like that, it's a big deal. It's a signal to anyone who's paying attention that things are shifting.
Okay, so everyone's watching the charts now, wondering how high this rocket's going to go. What are the analysts saying? Give us the inside scoop.
Well, the big thing everyone's looking for is a strong close above that $65,000 mark by the end of the week. That's what really confirms a breakout.
Hmm.
We need to make sure it's not a false start. But even if we do see a dip, which let's be real, dips are practically guaranteed in crypto, the overall trend is looking pretty darn good right now.
So, not financial advice or anything, but maybe a little dip is actually a good thing. For those who are feeling bullish, I mean.
It could be an opportunity, sure. But the key is to be smart about it. You got to recognize the patterns, understand what's driving the market, and of course, never invest more than you can afford to lose. That's rule number one.
Words to live by in this game, for sure. Okay, but we can't forget about all those other cryptocurrencies out there. The altcoin scene is just exploding right now. It reminds me of those whack-a-mole games. You hit one and then two more pop up somewhere
That's
else.
a classic popcorn market. Different sectors are just taking turns, blowing up in value, and it's happening because we're still early in this market upswing. Plus, a lot of these altcoins have been held down for so long, they're finally blowing off some steam.
Yeah, and I bet there are a lot of traders out there who are absolutely loving this kind of action, right?
Oh, absolutely. Fast-paced markets like this are where fortunes are made and lost. The key is to spot those trends early on, figure out what's driving them, and make sure you're not left holding the bag when the music stops.
Which brings us to some real-world examples of this popping action. And let me tell you, some of these numbers are eye-popping. Shiba Inu, yeah, the meme coin everyone loves to hate, it's up a ridiculous 21%. And then there's Brad, up 15%. What is going on?
And that's exactly what makes this market so exciting and so dangerous. Just because something's up a huge percentage doesn't mean it's a guaranteed winner. You got to look past the hype, beyond the memes, and ask yourself, does this project actually have what it takes to stick around?
So the message is clear. Don't just chase green candles. What should people be focusing on instead if they want to make smart moves? I mean,
Look for the coins that are showing real strength relative to the rest of the market, the ones with solid fundamentals and a history of performing well. And here's the thing, knowing when to sell is just as important as knowing when to buy.
and we're back. Still diving deep into all things crypto. We've talked about Bitcoin's big moment, the altcoin roller coaster, and we even touched on those global forces that are kind of pulling the strings behind the scenes.
It's all connected though, right? That's what's so fascinating about this space. It's tech, it's finance, it's even a little bit of human psychology, all mixed into this crazy cocktail.
Totally. But I have to imagine some of our listeners might be feeling a little overwhelmed right now. There's a lot to take in, for sure. So where do people even begin to make sense of it all?
Well, first things first. Remember, this isn't some kind of get-rich-quick scheme. It's a marathon, not a sprint. There's always something new to learn in the crypto world, so don't get discouraged if you don't feel like an expert right away.
Yeah, it's a journey, not a destination.
Exactly. Instead of chasing every pump and dump, every meme coin that pops up, focus on building a solid foundation of knowledge. Carve out some time each week to really dig into the things that interest you.
So that could mean, I don't know, researching a particular project or maybe diving into technical analysis,
Yeah.
whatever floats your boat, right?
Exactly. Read those articles, listen to podcasts like this one, obviously. But don't be afraid to get your hands a little dirty. Experiment with different trading tools, test out strategies. The more you learn by doing, the more confident you'll become.
And I'd imagine the crypto community itself is a pretty awesome resource too, right?
100%. Connecting with like-minded people is huge. Find some online forums, jump into those Twitter spaces, maybe even check out a local crypto meetup. You'd be surprised how much you can learn from others who are on the same journey.
There's something special about that shared discovery for sure. Now, as we start to wrap up this deep dive, any final words of wisdom for our listeners who are ready to ride this crypto wave?
I could offer one piece of advice from my own experience in this space. It would be to embrace patience. The crypto market, it's volatile, man, full of surprises. There will be wins, and there will definitely be losses along the way. But if you stay focused on your long-term goals, never stop learning, and approach it all with a healthy dose of curiosity, well, that's where the real magic happens.
I love that patience, curiosity, a willingness to embrace the unknown, because it's not just about making money, right? It's about being a part of something that feels truly revolutionary.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
And on that note, folks, it's time for us to say goodbye for now. A huge thank you to you, our amazing expert, for lending your incredible insights to this deep dive. And to all of you listening, thank you for joining us on this wild ride into the heart of the cryptosphere. We hope you're walking away with some valuable knowledge, a sense of excitement for what the future holds, and maybe even a few new coins to add to your watch list. Now go forth and explore those charts, do your own research, and as always, happy trading, everyone.
And we're back for one last lap around this crazy crypto track. Man, we've covered a lot of ground, from Bitcoin's big breakout, those under-the-radar altcoins. We even talked global economics. It's been a wild ride.
It's all connected, though.
Yeah.
That's what makes this space so fascinating. It's like this fusion of technology, finance, and, even a bit of sociology, all rolled into one. I totally agree. But I bet some of our listeners might be feeling a little, I don't know, overwhelmed right now. It's a lot to process. So for those folks who are maybe thinking, where do I even go from here? What would you say?
Well, first and foremost, remember, this isn't a race. You don't have to learn everything overnight. The
Yeah.
crypto world, it's constantly evolving. So just enjoy the journey.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Right. Exactly. Don't burn yourself out chasing every little pump and dump, every meme coin that pops up. Focus on building a solid foundation. Learn the fundamentals. And most importantly, carve out some time each week to really dig into the things that genuinely interest you.
Whether it's, I don't know, researching a specific project or maybe finally figuring out what all those crazy candlestick charts actually mean.
There you go. Whatever gets you fired up.
Yeah.
Read those articles. Listen to podcasts. Like this one, obviously. And don't be afraid to get your hands a little dirty. Experiment. Test out different tools. Try out different strategies. The more you learn by doing, the more confident you'll become.
And hey, there's a whole community of crypto enthusiasts out there too. Don't be shy about tapping into that.
Oh, for sure. Connecting with other people in this space. That's huge. Find those online forums, join the conversation on Twitter. Maybe even check out a local crypto meetup if you're feeling adventurous. You'll be amazed by how much you can learn from others who are on the same journey.
There's that shared sense of discovery that's just contagious. Now, as we wrap things up here, any final words of wisdom for our listeners who are ready to dive headfirst into the crypto deep end?
If I could share just one thing that's helped me on my own crypto journey, it's this. Be patient. The market, it's going to do its thing. Ups and downs, twists and turns, you name it. There will be wins. And yeah, there will definitely be some losses along the way.
Yeah.
But if you stay focused on your goals, if you never stop learning, and if you approach it all with a healthy dose of curiosity, that's when the real magic happens.
I love that. Patience, curiosity, and a willingness to embrace the unknown. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about the money, right? It's about being part of something that feels truly groundbreaking, something that's changing the world.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
And on that note, my friends, it's time for us to say goodbye. A huge thank you to you, our incredible expert, for sharing your insights and your infectious passion for all things crypto. We couldn't have done it without you. And to all of you listening, thank you for joining us on this wild ride into the heart of the cryptosphere. It's been an absolute blast. We hope you're walking away feeling informed, inspired, and maybe just a little bit braver. Now go forth and conquer those charts, do your own research, and as always, happy trading, everyone.